Hello, welcome back to Yoga with Vic. If you're new here, I'm Victoria, and today I'm going to be leading you through your morning practice to really just set your day up for success, to get moving, to hopefully leave you guys off with a smile. So let's get into it. Let's meet in a comfortable seat, whether that be on your knees, cross-legged, or maybe you have a block you'd like to sit on to elevate your hips off the floor. Wherever you are, get comfortable here. Notice your posture. Are you leaning too forward or back? Are your shoulders on top of your hips? Maybe give them some rolls here, going backwards. And notice that direction and go the opposite way. Really want to just wake up the body here. Come to stillness. We want a nice, big, tall spine, head on top of shoulders, shoulders on top of hips. Start to notice your breath. Deep inhales and exhales. On your next exhale, allow your left ear to fall towards your left shoulder. Feeling that nice big stretch along the right side of your neck, your shoulder, and maybe all the way down to your arms and fingers. Take it one step further by placing your hand on top of your head, giving it a little bit more pressure. One more breath here. And release and switch sides, right ear to the right shoulder. Maybe taking it one more step here, placing your hand on your head. On your next inhale, release your hand, head comes back straight through center. Let's take some cat and cows here. I'm just going to move slightly this way so you guys can see. Inhale, heart shines forward, shoulders are pulling back, chest is shining forward and up, gaze looks up. And cat, round your back, chin to chest, belly button to spine. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Go at your own pace here. Really working on any kinks you might have. The goal here is to separate your vertebrae apart from each other. Sometimes they can get stuck, which causes back pain, stiffness. So really work into your spine here. Take one more breath wherever you are, and we'll meet through center. Shift forward onto our all fours here. Shoulders are on top of wrists, hips are on top of knees. Tuck your toes and let's get right into our first downward facing dog of the day. Feel free to pedal out your feet. Really listen to whatever your body is calling for you this morning. Maybe shift your weight onto one side of your body and then the other. Take another breath here. As you come to stillness, shift forward into our plank. Take a breath here. And exhale, we push back into a downward facing dog. Don't get comfortable. Inhale, come back to your plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's do that 2 more times. Exhale, downward facing dog. Really working our spine and core, waking up our arms. This free movement is always so good in the morning. Next time you're in plank, allow your hips to drop down to the mat. Gaze and heart shines through your arms. Take a breath here. And exhale, push back into downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg reaches to the sky. Really point that toe. Try and reach the sky. Exhale, knee comes through chest center, planting your foot beside your left and right hand. Right knee drops on the mat. Toes can be tucked or untucked. Find balance and rise up. Arms reach to the sky. Exhale, we cactus our arms. Elbows are coming beside us at a 90 degrees angles. They're pulling back. Chest shines up to the sky. Gaze is looking up. Take one breath here. And exhale, release your hands down to the mat. Step your right foot back to meet your left. We're here in plank. We're here in tabletop. And push back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg reaches to the sky. Point, reach away, reach to the sky. Bend your knee and pull it through chest center, planting it beside your left and right hand. Right knee drops. Find your balance. Rise up. Arms reach to the sky. This time, feel free to take your cactus arms or come into a bind behind you. Hands grasp each other. Shoulders are pulling away. Arms are pulling down and away from our body. Our gaze still looks up here. Nice back bend. Take one more breath. And release your hands back down to the mat. Right knee lifts off the mat. Left foot meets right. We meet in downward facing dog. Slowly walk your feet to the top of the mat. Take one step at a time. Once you're at the top of your mat, allow yourself to just hang here in your forward fold, ragdoll. We really want a nice big bend in our knees here. Our chest is coming onto our thighs. Maybe you grab opposite elbows here and start swaying from side to side. Notice your breath here. Start to equal your inhales and exhales. And just take a quick second to notice how you are naturally balancing in this position. Arms release. Slowly, one vertebrae at a time, we rise. The last thing to come up is our head. Tasana pose. Slight pelvic tuck, slight chin tuck. Palms are facing forward. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, fold forward from our hips, straight spine. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, step back into plank, and we'll flow through our chaturanga. Elbows bend, chest comes down to the mat. Before you reach the mat, flip your toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, we meet in downward facing dog. Take a breath here. This time, slowly we walk our hands back to meet our feet. Inhale, we rise up. Tadasana at the back of our mat. We'll meet in the center of our mat. Feet are as wide as comfortable. You want a pretty wide stance here. Toes are pointing forward. Your feet are parallel to the sides of your mat. Arms come out to a T. Inhale, tall spine. Exhale, we fold forward. Lead with your chest. Gaze looks forward and in front of you. Once you've come down, hands plant on the mat. Notice where you're looking. You want to look straight down, right in front of you, instead of looking through your legs. We want to keep a nice straight spine here. Your spine goes wherever your gaze goes, so if you're bending and looking through your legs, your spine will bend as well. Maybe you grab opposite ankles, giving yourself a nice little assist. Wherever you are, take one more breath. On your inhale, listen closely. Look forward. Arms come out beside you. Use your core strength to come back up to standing. Arms come to your hips. Right foot points forward. Bend into that right knee. Push yourself to standing at the top of your mat. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Step back into plank. Flow through your chaturanga, upward facing dog. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Feel free to go as slow or as fast as you need during these flows. Knees drop down to the mat. Arms reach in front of you. Chest sinks down into the mat. Maybe your chin or forehead reaches the mat. Really just surrender in this pose. Puppy pose. Take one more breath. And on your inhale, walk your hands back to tabletop position. Inhale, right arm reaches up to the sky. Exhale, we thread the needle through the left arm. Shoulder comes on the mat. Right ear comes on the mat. The key here is to put more weight in your shoulder rather than your head. Thread the needle. What a good twist for the morning. If you want to take it one step further, left arm reaches forward. Maybe you experiment with left leg reaching back. One more breath. Left hand floats beside your head. Knee lands on the mat. Push your left hand into the mat. Rising yourself up. Right arm reaches to the sky, counterbalance. Right hand places on the mat beside your left. Inhale, left arm reaches up to the sky. Exhale, we thread the needle through the right arm. Left ear plants on the mat. Left shoulder is on the mat. Maybe you take out, maybe your right arm reaches forward and your right leg reaches behind you. Right knee comes back to the mat. Right arm floats beside your head. Push into the mat. Left arm reaches to the sky, counterbalance. Left hand meets right. However you'd like to get there, let's come to a comfortable seat. Let's take those shoulder rolls again. Notice how you're feeling now compared to at the beginning of your practice. And notice that direction and go the other way. Inhale, arms reach up to the sky. Exhale, right arm plants on the mat beside you. Left arm reaches tall and up and bends over your right side body. Your gaze is looking up towards your left fingertips. Really feel that nice big stretch along the left side body. Inhale, left arm comes to sky, right meets. Left hand plants on the mat beside you. Right arm reaches to the sky and up and over your left side body. Notice where your shoulder is. pull it back into one nice straight line on top of your shoulder. Take one more breath. And on your next inhale, arms float up to the sky. Take one more big stretch. Palms come to touch and fall through heart-centered. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Namaste.